It's time to relax. You know what that means. Glass of wine, your favorite easy chair, and of course, this compact disc playing on your home stereo. So go on and indulge yourself. That's right. Kick off your shoes, put your feet up, lean back and just enjoy the melodies. After all, music soothes even the savage beast.
Hello, welcome. Welcome to Danny and Bart's Punk Rock Show. Bart and Danny. That's correct. Hello, world. We are online on YouTube. Welcome to Bart and Danny's Punk Rock Show.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening.
Oh yes,
Depending on where you are.
We're still in the tundra. It's a little cold here in Kitchener-Waterloo, where we're broadcasting from.
That was Offspring.
Offspring from their Smash album called
Smash. Was the highest selling album ever in the history of the world that was released independently. Did you know that?
I don't know. Well, we have Google. We should check if that's still accurate.
Instead of me just spewing shit out, we should actually look it up.
We should look it up. Yeah.
I believe that's true though, and that song was called
technology
Nitro.
right in front of us.
That song was called Nitro.
Nitro.
Youth Energy
I like
in brackets. I'm showing the album cover on the YouTube.
Yeah, if you're listening and you want to watch our podcast on YouTube, it's very exciting because while the songs are playing and we're not talking,
Generally, we're drinking beer.
What we're doing is just riveting to watch, I find.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of air drumming and backup vocals.
Yeah, there's never a dull moment.
We
really.
might have to cut the sound on the video.
Yeah. Occasionally we have to kick the dog out of the room.
Yeah, she's chilling on the couch right now watching us.
So that was Offspring. What are we gonna play next, Danny?
Yeah, we're going right into it. I'm playing a Sublime song because we haven't played Sublime yet on the Bart and Danny Punk Show.
Yeah, that's the name.
So this is from their debut album, I believe, 40 Ounces of Freedom.
Well, I think they had some albums before that.
None that were released, because Robin the Hood came after, and then Self-Titled came after that. I think there are only 3 albums that were full release.
Yeah, full release for sure.
And this is on Skunk Records, and it's actually a cover song. We're playing 2 cover songs today. But the neat thing about the cover songs we're playing is that they're actually covering other punk bands. So I'm going to play the song Hope from Sublime, which is a cover of The Descendants, who also have the song Hope, obviously. So, do you want to get right into it?
Yeah, let's go right into it.
All right, we good to go?
Yeah.
How can you say you torture me? You're already thinking about someone else. When he comes home, you'll be in his arms and I'll be gone. But I know my day will come. I know someday I'll be the only one. So now you wait for a spark, you know it will turn you on. He's gonna make you feel the way you wanna feel. When he starts to lie, when he makes you cry, you know I'll be there. My day will come. I know someday I'll be the only one. Call it selfish, call it what you like, I think it's right. You want someone for all your own and not to share your love. But I'll have a way, you won't stand a chance anyway. I got you. You don't stand a chance, so now you wait for his talk, you know it will turn you on. Oh, he's gonna make you feel the way you wanna feel. When he starts to lie, when he makes you cry, you know I'll be there. My day will come. I know someday I'll be the only one. My day will come. I know someday I'll be the only one. You say you want perfection, that's your self-destruction. You don't know what you want. It's gonna take you years to find out. I'm not giving up. And when you've had enough, you'll take your bruised head and you'll come running back to me. I know that I'm gonna be the only one.
All right, and we're back. There's some Sublime.
Yeah, hope. So Sublime is pretty, Google them. We don't need to tell you a lot about Sublime. They're a pretty familiar story. If you're listening to our third podcast, you know who Sublime is, but you may not know who this next band is. Link 80.
Ooh, not to be confused with Blink 182.
Yes, this is Link. Although the album came out around the same time, this is 1997.
Are they related in any way to
They're
Blink 182?
Not at all.
No.
This album's called 17 Reasons. It's out on Asian Man Records. And a cool thing, Bart's favorite movie when we were young was The Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
And this song, which is track 1 on the album, is called Verbal Kint. And if you've seen the movie The Usual Suspects, Verbal Kint is the big character in it, who is also Kaiser Sose. Haha, spoiler. If you haven't
Don't ruin it.
if you
for me.
haven't seen Usual Suspects, you should have seen it by now, because now it's wrecked for you.
It's
But
really good. Plus,
it's-
plus, you probably can't even see it now.
yeah, the lyrics of this song are like, at first look you might say, this man is just a gimp. He walks a lot, he talks a lot. No, he talks a lot, he lies a lot, he walks with a bad limp. No one really knows him, no one takes a hint. A mastermind in fool's disguise. His name is Verbal Kint.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Danny's Poetry Hour.
Yeah.
Danny reads poetic lyrics.
Cool
from
thing
hours
is these kids were like 17 when they released this album. They were just teenagers, and they got signed to Asian Man Records.
And they're from
who-
the Bay Area, from San Francisco.
And Asian Man Records put out other bands, such as the Bruce Lee Band, obviously. Less Than Jake's first album, Pezcore, was released on Asian Man Records, as well as the Broadways are on Asian Man Records, and lots of other great bands.
And
I'm a part
Asian
of-
Man Records is actually started by an Asian man. It's not
Yes.
racist in any
Mike
way.
Park is his
Yeah.
name, but they call him Bruce Lee from the Bruce Lee Band. Actually, he's a really good guy, and if you order records from Asian Man Records, he actually responds in the email. So when I did my last order, I ordered one of his records, the Bruce Lee Band, and I asked if he'd sign the cover for me, and it came in the mail, signed, the cover by Mike Park, which I'll show it maybe later in the podcast because I'll have to dig it out. But first, without further ado, on vinyl, clear, nice blue vinyl, which I showed before I put it on the spinner, is Link 80 Verbal Kint. They got some horns in their band too. They're a bit of
Oh,
a
you queued that up nicely.
First look you would say, that man is just a gimp. He talks a lot, he lies a lot, he walks with a bad limp. But no one really knows him, no one takes a hint. A mastermind and fool just 'cause his name is Verbal Kint. You go for a devil, but we get there, yes, yes. With the devil, who convince the world he can exist. A devil in disguise, a wounded as a learner. When you think he's gonna fool, he's a fool that sits in his hand. the world, and no one sees his face. He's killed 1,000 men, he's got a million different names. He's the baddest motherfucker that I have never known. He works up for what he's got a heart that's made of stone. We're calling my devil, the reason that yes, that's with the devil who come into world he can exist. A devil and a god, a movement that's a land. When you think he's in a fool, he's operations in his head.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Okay. I'll make you tell yourself, I'll break this with your brain. Purple seals and purple kills, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. He's even Betty Crook, no ordinary man. His name is Remo Kid, he's got the whole world in his hands. The cook of the devil, the reason that yes, that's with the devil who come into world he can exist. A devil and his god, a woman is a land. When you think he's in a fool, he's operations in his hands.
Ooh, Link 80, you're
That's
bringing
good.
it.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a good one,
that.
eh?
I like it. I like the movie. I like the song.
This is one of those albums that I put on, and like when I'm doing the dishes, I have records rocking, and I try to get the dishes done before my wife gets home, or at least like to be
That's very
doing,
punk rock.
or I like to be doing dishes while she gets home, so she thinks I've been doing stuff all day. And I got the record just rocking out, and this is one that she comes in the house and turns down immediately. Like,
yeah?
like some she's cool with, and this one she's like, because they're like you can hear it in the background still. There's just like it's like this next band we're actually putting on, the Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Voodoo Glow
I remember
Skulls.
people saying, "Oh, they got horns, they're ska," and like Link 80, like Voodoo Glow Skulls. No, they're just a punk band with horns. They're not a ska band. So
Well, yeah, punk and ska in the '90s especially was so closely linked. You know, on the Warped Tour you'd have both, but there's definitely a difference. You know, there's nothing reggae influenced in that.
no, they have a little bit of those offbeat upstrokes, but it's not the basis of their music. They're
Yeah.
still really aggressive punk. Voodoo Glow Skulls, very similar. Band Geek Mafia, I believe their second album, if I'm not mistaken. Their first album would have been Ferme. And I'm not sure, I assume they're from California because they have a lot of Spanish in their music. They actually have a couple songs that are all Spanish, I believe.
Because California is a part of Spain.
Yeah. It's not pronounced Spanish.
So that one, yeah.
So this is Band Geek Mafia. The song I'm playing is Delinquent Song, side 2, track 3. And they have 3-4 horn players. And if you ever got a chance to see these guys live, they're still touring and they crush it. Like, you want to see a good show, don't miss the Voodoo Glow Skulls. Fun fact, Voodoo Glow Skulls, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Guess where they got the name from?
I don't know, actually.
It was one of the toys that you could get at Disneyland. It was called a Voodoo Glow Skull. It was like a doo-doo-doo-doo, like light up Voodoo Glow Skull, and that's where they got the name from.
Oh.
I heard that. Another one you can fact check me because I don't know if
the
it's
fact
true.
check,
I
I'm just
heard
doing
that.
a little fact checking
I
on
heard
you
that
now,
years
and it's
ago.
definitely not their second album. It's actually their 5th full-length album on Epitaph. We were close, and they are from California, which is good. Hence the Spanish. Yeah,
Yep.
because California is a part of Spain.
All right, we gonna play it.
Yeah, let's play it.
All right, this is called Delinquent Song, and it's about not conforming, really, is what the song's about. How many times you have to be told when you're crossing someone else's line. Here we go.
Or how many times you gotta do the dishes.
find her someone else. We've all got equal opportunities. We're all standing on the common ground. And if we all try to walk the same path together, sooner or later someone will fall astray. Go! 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 How many times do you have to be told when you're crossing someone else's line? Just because you don't see things the same as the next guy, it ain't your job to try. How many times do you have to be told when you're crossing someone else's line? Just because you don't see things the same as the next guy, it ain't your job to try. Go! 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 Go!
There we go. Voodoo Glow Skulls.
That's right.
Bart right on top of turning down the next song as always.
I'm as good at that as you queuing up that vinyl. So we're listening to a bit of the song before the song that's supposed to play.
The next vinyl I play, that won't happen.
We'll figure all this stuff out as we progress.
It won't happen on the next vinyl I play
Yeah.
because it's a one-sided 7-inch.
I think it's gonna be just I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just gonna be get better from here on in.
That's true.
Technologically speaking, our banter is gonna get a lot wittier. It's just gonna be great.
Yeah.
So just
It's
keep
gonna
listening.
be-
Don't give up on us if you don't like us yet.
Gonna be just
Listen to episode 4.
fucking fantastic. Okay.
Well, this is an interesting one.
Next album, awesome. Came out last year, 2018.
2018.
Mad
That's new.
Caddies, punk rock steady. Fat Mike, owner of Fat Records, lead singer of NOFX, got in touch with the Mad Caddies because as the years progress, their albums are more and more heavy of a rock steady reggae sound. And he said, you know what, let's do, or he didn't say let's do because Fat Mike didn't do any of the songs. He asked the Mad Caddies, let's do an album where we pick 10 songs from 10 different punk bands and make them into like a reggae, rock steady type vibe. This is the album they came out with. The first release from this album was a cover of the song "She" from Green Day, which is it's awesome. If you're a fan of that song, just Google that song and listen to it. It's really good. And they also have 12 songs on it. Sorry. Other bands featured on it are Propagandy, Lagwagon, Bracket, Against Me, Rancid, I believe. If it's not Rancid, then it would be what they were before. Operation Ivy, it might be. And the lead singer of the Interrupters also is in one of the songs. So it's really good. So I let Bart pick the song he wanted from this album.
Because
And
I'm
actually,
special.
we got time. I'm going to just throw it on the record player because you did pick track 1, disc 1.
Yeah, so that's easy to line up, so he's not going to screw it up.
Even though I got the timing set for 7-inch. But
Well, yeah,
that's easy to switch.
So yeah, some interesting facts about this. Graham Palmer at the band, Todd Rosenberg, Mark Bush, Sasha Lazar, Dustin Lanker.
So you want another cool fact about last time I saw him play?
Yeah.
They played in Toronto, And this is, so we're in Canada where marijuana is now fully legal countrywide. But this was before marijuana was legal, because that happened in like October, and this show was just in the start of the summer. This album wasn't released yet, but they did play the song She that I mentioned earlier. But anyway, Mad Caddies on stage light up this huge joint.
There's
just
a
start rocking.
marijuana cigarette.
Yeah, and then there's like these kids. When I say kids, it means they're like early 20s or whatever, and they had this huge cannon, and they light it up. And I'm just thinking, oh, these rookies. You bring a bunch of little pinners, because you're going to get caught immediately. So they light up this huge cannon, and they're passing it back and forth. Like, it got like 4 passes before security tracks them down and grabs them. So I'm just watching the kid pinch the heater off and drop the joint. So as they got escorted out, I picked up the joint, and then me and whoever I watched the show with got a huge joint to smoke after the show.
Oh, I was going to say, and then we handed it over to security.
No,
said,
we smoked it after the show. It was great. It's like the size of a pinky finger still.
well, now your mom cannot listen to this whole show.
I don't think she'd mind. It was just made.
I don't
for,
know what that terminology was that he was using.
Let's.
The feeders and the pinners and that. But
Well, you want to go with your Mad Caddies?
let's go with the Mad Caddies.
Coming off of the vinyl track 1, side 1, punk rock steady. This is Sorrow, a Bad Religion cover.
Father, can you hear me? How have I let you down? I curse the day that I was born, and all the sorrow in this world. Let me take you to the hurting ground, where all good men are trampled down, just to settle a bet that cannot be won between a prideful father and his son. You got me now, for I can't see a reason for this suffering and this long misery. What if every living soul could be upright and destroyed? Well, then I do imagine there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more. When all soldiers lay their weapons down, or when all kings and all queens relinquish their crowns, or when the only true Messiah rescues us from ourselves, it's easy to imagine there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more. And there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more. And there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more. There will be no sorrow. 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 There will be no sorrow.
All right, Sorrow by the Mad Caddies from their album called Punk Rock Steady.
Punk Rock Steady.
You should check it out. It's a really, really great album. A lot of cool tunes done in a really new, creative way.
That song, the Green Day cover, She, is what's playing in the background right now, which isn't the next song on the album, but we're doing 2 vinyls in a row, so I got to do a switch. So
Yeah. And if you like that, what you're hearing in the back, then go and buy the album.
Yeah.
Because the Mad Caddies would appreciate that.
So last but not least, we got one more song today.
Another song, yes, sir.
First band we've ever played for a second time on our punk podcast.
Oh, we have.
Very fittingly, it's NOFX. Because even though NOFX isn't my favorite punk band, my punk would not exist without Fat Mike and
Right.
NOFX running such a cool label, signing so many cool bands, and just being a trusted logo that I can look at, go to the record store without hearing a band, look at that Fat Records logo, and take a flyer on it, and it usually came out okay. So, we're gonna do this 7-inch if you're watching on YouTube. It's a big hole 7-inch, only one side. Liza and Louise 7-inch, released God knows how long ago. It doesn't say on it, but it does say on the back.
On the side B, if you end up getting this this 45, it says the fastest, longest line. This is the B side with El Jefe trying to sing like Fat Mike. That's all it says.
And it also says on the bottom of the sleeve, for official Liza and Louise t-shirt, send $10 to Fat Records. And all,
Just cash or whatever you want.
just put it in an
Just
envelope.
put it in an envelope. They'll send you a shirt. That's cool.
Send
I
it.
like that.
And Liza and Louise is from Epitaph Records, but they released this single on Fat Records. So I hope I got the speed set right. We want to go right into it and sign
let's do it.
off.
Yeah, we gotta sign off.
I'm Danny.
I'm Bart.
This is
Goodbye,
the
folks.
Bart and Danny Punk Show.
That's right.
That needle's going to take a while to get all the way over there.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And I got it on high speed because I think that's how it's supposed to play. But if it sounds like a chipmunk, I'll switch it up. That's good. Thanks.